My name is Dylan Melcher. I'm a director, DP, filmmaker here in Tampa Bay. My inspiration to get into film was developing black and white photos with my dad when I was a kid. We always had a dark room in our bathroom, and so I just have memories of black and white photos and learning kind of the zone systems with him. And then as I got older, I got into photography, and it eventually transitioned into video. So the first film I ever made, I was like 14. It's called Screaming Lines, and it's a fishing video, which I don't even know where it is anymore. And then after college, I moved to China and I filmed birds. All I did was film birds for like a year. Birds in the street, birds in stop signs, birds in the park. And then someone that worked here in Tampa, marketing department, saw my birds, and they asked me to come back to Tampa and shoot a documentary for them. And I was like 24 years old or 23, and so that's how that worked. Yeah, when I was in college, there was no way I could make money making content back then. It just didn't seem like a realistic expectation for me. And at the time, China was making big moves in the business world. So I thought, well, to hedge my bets, I could learn Mandarin because, you know, everyone was always saying that Mandarin Chinese would be the #1 language in the world, which I think it is now. And so I just, you know, I actually wasn't very good in school. I think I got straight C's, but when I got into Mandarin class, I got straight A's. So it was something I excelled at. I enjoyed it. And then I went over there and I actually worked for an oil company. And, you know, again, I didn't think making content was a viable option. And then right after, when I got done with my contract in China, I got an opportunity to make a video here in Tampa. And so I came back, and it was actually a short video series for Tampa General Hospital for these cancer patient survivors, and it was a really compelling video. It was really awesome. And I was like, oh, I can get paid to make video content, and that kind of started that snowball. My most memorable video production was a collaboration I did with a guy named Caleb Wilde. He's a writer-director out of Los Angeles. And we had Jim Cummings produce it. Jim Cummings wrote and directed Thunder Road and Wolf of Snow Hollow, and recently the beta test. But anyway, it was like a 5-day shoot. You know, it was dialogue heavy, you know, character driven, and it was just fun to make, and you learned a lot. We had full crew, and we got it funded, and it was a good project to work on. The goals that I've set for myself recently is to move out of commercial directing and more into narrative and original content creation. There's a lot of stuff going on in the world, a lot of change, and we're so bogged down with commercial work, which is okay. It pays well, and you have to pay the bills. But if we can have a shift towards more narrative stuff that has a good message, I think it would benefit everybody. What's nice about doing film production in Tampa is, one, the weather. The winters down here are awesome to shoot in, so people from all over the world come to Tampa to shoot in the wintertime. And I think also the crews that we have access to, they're all really nice. And so I always tell people when they come from New York or LA and they bring their productions here, I always let them know, like, this is a really chill environment. It's a southern kind of hospitality thing. We move at a different pace, but we'll always get it done. My two favorite places to shoot in Tampa are on both ends of the spectrum. So the beaches, we have awesome beaches. So if you can get a permit to be out on the beach and bring your crew out there, it makes for some really compelling footage. And then also just in downtown, usually after like a rain, it rains all summer. So after a rain and the sun setting in downtown, you have the light refraction everywhere. It's a really cool place to shoot. I do have a little bit of a background in journalism and film, because it helps you kind of think on your feet really fast. So I think it benefits me now if I'm directing more of a narrative. I kind of pull from that journalism background to kind of think on my feet and figure out a story in the moment. Because we work in production, and I always joke that we're problem solvers. That's the best filmmakers and production crew and all that are good problem solvers, because things will go wrong. And so being able to think on your feet and act in the moment is important.